Hey guys, it's Jeremy from Dynamic Performance Fitness and Fit Body Boot Camp. So, as you know, we specialize in big group boot camps, small group personal training, and one-on-one training. But I don't know if you knew this or not, but Dynamic Performance Fitness was built on athletic performance and sports performance type conditioning and stuff like that. So that's what it originated at. So, that's when I look for trainers and stuff, that's what I look for. I look for a background in athletics, and all my trainers obviously have that. And so what we really want to focus on now is a huge problem that we got going on that I'm sure everybody's aware of is, we have a obesity epidemic with our kids, right? For several different reasons. If you think back when you were a kid, when I was a kid, what it was like. We were always outside, no matter what. Our parents had to, drag us inside when it was time for dinner or, time for bed and stuff like that. And it's not like that today with a lot of kids. Once they get home, they're in front of the TV, they're playing video games and things like that. So the activity level has dropped tremendously. And even in the schools, they're taking away recesses, in the younger kids. The phys ed programs aren't what they used to be, which is it's nobody's fault. It's just the way things have gone, with cuts and stuff like that. But all this stuff just makes the epidemic just keep compounding as the years go by. And even in sports, kids that are active in sports, a lot of times now they're specializing in a sport, whether it's baseball, football, swimming. They're not. A lot of them aren't experiencing the different sports, and it makes it even harder nowadays because some of those sports are just year round. Baseball is year round. You have spring ball, you have fall ball, you have training. Just year round. And same with football and stuff like that. You have different things. Basketball is the same way. AAU stuff like that is year round. You get done with the season, you're right back into a different club or something. So there's not a whole lot of time to experience those other things, or they're just playing one sport and the rest of the time they're not really doing anything. So it's kind of what I want to hit on and what Excel Camp is all about, which is just our sports performance and fitness for athletes, young adults, and where we just focus on a bunch of things that help them not only in athletic performance but in life as well. So kind of what's wrong with athletic sports and conditioning programs nowadays is they're just cookie cutter programs, right? So you can go online and you can print off any type of program. Bigger, Faster, Stronger is one that's used in a lot of high schools nowadays, and the focus of that is how much getting that bench up, getting that squat up, which is fine. It makes you stronger, yes, but it doesn't necessarily make you athletic, right? Make your performance on the field that much better. It just means that you're strong, and that doesn't really translate a whole lot of times onto the court or onto the field or in the pool or on wherever it may be, on the soccer, on the pitch, right? So what we do is we focus on those things, just making people more athletic. And I mean, that's the basis of our programs for adults too, is just making people into an athlete. Whether you're an athlete or not, if you were before or weren't before, our programs are athletic based. So we're going to make you an athlete regardless. And so like I was saying with specializing, you get a lot of overuse injuries. If you're a pitcher and you pitch all year long, there's a lot of stress and strain on your elbow, on your shoulder. And that leads to injuries at a young age. There's too many injuries nowadays, especially in female athletes. A lot of ACL injuries, and just because the female body is different, and they're not really focusing on injury prevention. A lot of programs, a lot of schools don't have strength and conditioning programs for females. Most of it is geared towards the guys, and then even then it's mostly football players, right? So very rarely do the other sports have any type of strength and conditioning, unless you're a high level type Division I school maybe, and even then they don't. So, so what I've done is, like I said, my staff, all of them have an athletic background, you know, and so that's our focus. And like I said, we really want to get into starting young, whether they're athletes or not, getting kids involved in some sort of strength conditioning type program. Now, obviously, if they're a young kid, it's completely different than if they're a high school female or male, you know what I mean? And we realize that, and we tailor it to those specific groups, because you don't want to be a 6-7-year-old trying to lift heavy weights and things like that, doing weight-bearing type things. We focus on doing body weight and movement, motor skills, and things like that, as opposed to high school athletes, female, male, where we can do a lot more as far as using dumbbells, kettlebells, type things like that. But in Mount Vernon, you know, we have Todd Razor, who was a standout high school athlete, played college football and baseball. We have Adrian, who was a standout athlete in high school, coaches your kids in volleyball, basketball, so has a huge background in coaching and you know, experience in not only being a trainer but being trained by a trainer. You know, she was one of my clients, a personal training client. Cameron Moore in Mount Vernon as well. You know, awesome high school wrestler, experienced mixed martial artist, and so just very. The point is, these guys understand what it takes to be there. You know, PAL. We have Jesse Ramirez, who was a standout in all sports in high school, and then went on to a very successful track career in college. Ryan Carroll, who was a former professional boxer, and you know, has a lot of experience coaching young kids with the Kids Corps and also adults as well. So in the boxing background, Hassan Bailey, who was a very successful high school, college, and went on and played professional football as well. In Marysville, we have Trevor Davis, who played or wrestled in Division I and was a very good wrestler. So on top of that, we have Jen Zedeker in Marysville, soccer, played soccer in college, and has a lot of experience coaching young athletes in soccer and sports as well. Hilliard, Will Longsdorf, also played college football at Otterbein. Belleville, we have Lisa Allweiler, who has a very athletic background in herself, and obviously, you know, that's my base is sports, high school, college football, went on and played professional football as well. So all of our trainers are well versed in athletics and are experienced and know what it takes to get and stay in the top level. But you know, so what your kids are going to get is they're going to get faster, they're going to get stronger, you know, they're going to get quicker. But I think the main thing that they're going to get out of any type of program with us is they're going to get mentally and physically tougher. You know, they're going to be just have more confidence in themselves, because they're going to be able to see themselves progress to get stronger. And you know, if you put them up against kids that aren't doing anything in their sport, they're going to stand out, just because they're going to have that confidence, that mental toughness. Because it's not going to be easy. We're going to push them, and we're going to see what they're made of, and we're going to challenge them mentally, because that's what it takes. You got to be mentally tough and physically tough as well. And I mean, as important as that mental and physical toughness is, we're going to focus on injury prevention. All right, so the last thing that anybody wants to have is a young kid get hurt, a catastrophic injury, whether it be a knee injury or a neck injury or things like that. So that is our main focus on everything, just making them mentally, physically strong, and preventing those injuries and stuff like that. So, program is awesome, and it's just highly effective, and they're going to get a wide variety of things out of it. Just make their performance so much better. Again, they don't necessarily have to be an athlete, but they're going to benefit from it because they're going to get that activity level on a daily basis, weekly basis, and just build confidence regardless of what they're doing outside of here. So, Excel Camp for young athletes, for young people in general. If you're ready to take the next step, get a hold of me, 740-627-0341. Email me, jeremy@dptraining.com. I'll leave a link to the website, to dptraining.com, so you can contact me through there as well. Bottom line, get your kids involved. We can help. We can make them better. We can help them excel in sports, help them excel in life. Again, it's Jeremy Warner, dptraining.com. We'll see you soon.